HORRORPLANET, where horror memories live. Shock till you drop, where more horror stories are. Shriek 3. The old asylum on the outskirts of town had been closed for decades. It was said to be haunted by the ghosts of patients who had died there, and even the bravest locals avoided it at all costs. One day, a group of urban explorers decided to investigate the asylum. Armed with flashlights and cameras, they entered the crumbling building, feeling a sense of unease as they made their way through the dark, airy halls. As they entered one of the old patient rooms, they heard a faint, distant shriek. It was like nothing they had ever heard before, a high-pitched, piercing sound that seemed to come from all around them. They froze in terror, wondering what kind of horror could produce such a noise. Suddenly, the door to the room slammed shut behind them, and they were plunged into darkness. The shrieking grew louder, and they realized with horror that it was coming from the walls themselves. The very structure of the asylum seemed to be alive with terror. As they stumbled through the darkness, the explorers were picked off one by one. Some were dragged into the shadows by unseen hands, while others were driven to madness by the relentless shrieking. The survivors eventually made it out of the asylum, but they were never the same again. They were haunted by the sound of the shrieking, a constant reminder of the terror they had experienced. Years later, the asylum was demolished, but the shrieking continued. It could be heard at night, carried on the wind from the empty lot where the asylum had once stood. Locals would cross themselves and hurry past, fearing the ghosts of the asylum still lingered in the area.